Hey guys, how's it going? So today I wanted to share something with you. Well, I guess I really wanted to confess something to you. You see, the username I go by is Pokemon Trainer Kayla, because in my mind, I'm a real-life Pokemon trainer who wanted to make real-life Pokemon content. But I feel like there's some things I need to get off my chest today. Everybody knows that I love to call myself a Pokemon trainer, but I think there's some things about me that other people might frown upon. I'm gonna share with you guys my real life Pokemon trainer confessions. So first things first, Pokemon trainers are supposed to love all Pokemon of all kinds. Well, my number one confession is I won't let a Pokemon be on my team unless I think it's cute. I think a lot of other people would think that that's really, really messed up, like...
Wow, Kayla, so even though a Pokemon who's really strong and has great stats, you won't let them be on your team because they're ugly?
Yeah, pretty much. It's actually really sad, but I really care about the aesthetic of how my team looks. I don't care how strong you are. If you're ugly, we can't be on the same side. I'm seriously that one NPC that just keeps on talking about how cute their Pokemon are, and then you just wreck them in battle. Ever since the Pokemon anime, we have had it drilled into our heads that you have to catch them all. So I've never even completed a single national dex, let alone caught all 802 Pokemon. It's still definitely a goal of mine. Like, I really do want to go back and actually complete a dex. I would love to stream that for you guys, but as of right now, yeah, I've never caught them all. I've never even come close to catching them all. I am so sorry, Pokemon trainers. I'm just a disappointment. Another thing I have never done is I've never actually completed a Nuzlocke. If you don't know what a Nuzlocke challenge is, it's basically where you play through the game but if your Pokemon faints, you actually have to release them. So if all your Pokemon faint, you essentially get a big old game over. So I've tried Nuzlockes in the past. I find them to be really challenging, but I've never actually completed one because anytime like I lose my starter Pokemon or any Pokemon that I really liked, I actually just get really, really sad about it. And I can't go on. I've never been able to go on. Just like I said, like I've never caught them all. I've never completed a Nuzlocke, but those are both two things that I really do want to do. I've just yet to do them. But if you guys are ever looking for someone who specializes in Pokemon games and Nuzlockes, please go check out my friend Pokédex. He's a streamer on Twitch. His streams are so entertaining and you guys won't regret checking him out, I promise. Tell him that I sent you though. So another thing, and people might be really surprised to hear this, even though I know what IVs are, I don't care about them at all. I have never bred for IVs. I've never really even looked into the IVs of the Pokemon that I catch myself. Maybe it's because the first introduction to Pokemon for myself was the anime, so you're really just taught to, accept your Pokemon as who they are because it's you as a trainer that makes your Pokemon strong, not their IVs. But in the games, IVs are a very, very important part of the competitiveness of battling, and yet I've never actually bred a full-blown team that I wanted to compete with. But I get a Pokemon, I think it's cute, I don't care what its nature is, or its IVs, I just play the game. Another confession of mine is that I've never hunted for a shiny. Now I know that's not like, oh man, if you've never hunted for a shiny, you're not a real Pokemon trainer. But I've made a video about shiny Pokemon. I've made a video about my favorite shinies. I love shiny Pokemon. I guess it's just that I'm lazy. My only shinies came through trades. And that's a little disappointing because I've never actually caught one for myself. I've actually only seen one in the wild and it was in the Safari Zone. And if you want to hear that story, check out my favorite shiny video because I don't even want to go there. I still think about it today. It keeps me awake at night. And it doesn't end there. I collect Pokemon cards. And yet, I have never, ever, ever had a Pokemon trading card battle. All these Pokemon cards, and yet I've never had a battle. There's just something about the art. This one is my pride and joy. Alright guys, this is probably my worst confession, but as my viewers, you probably have assumed that I've played every single Pokemon game, but I haven't. I've never beaten Pokemon Black or White or Black and White 2. I think this is the one that eats me up the most because I truly think that I'm a fantastic Pokemon trainer, and yet I haven't even played through an entire region of games. it makes me sad. I hear from a lot of people that Black and White were their favorite games from the series, so I know I need to play them, but yeah, I haven't. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Just love me for who I am. My last Pokemon confession for you guys is I've never ever used my Master Ball. I've always been a person who's always tried to save the best for last, and in every single Pokemon game, I get this Master Ball, and realistically, I should use it for a legendary, but I never do. I always just catch my legendaries no matter how many balls it takes me, but I've never used a Master Ball. Ever. If one doesn't use their Master Ball, how can one person be a Pokemon Master? I just don't know. I'm happy. I feel like I've gotten something off my chest now that I've shared this information about myself with you guys. Please leave a comment. I would love to hear what your guys' confessions are, or maybe I'm just the only one who confesses to this type of thing, or maybe I'm the only person who feels guilty by these things. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know to keep on making more content just like this for you guys. You're all fantastic Pokemon trainers, and I'll see you in the next one. I don't know how to do sign-offs, guys. I just really don't. Bye!